Hello viewers, welcome back to our lesson today. And before it begins our lesson for today, let's look at the exercises given in our last lesson that was on weather and climate. Let's do the correction on those exercises. Question number 1 reads, the study of weather is known as dash dash. The study of weather is known as dash dash. A. Climatology, B. Meteorology, and C. Meteorologist. The correct answer here is B, which means meteorology. Meteorology is the study of weather. The study of weather is referred to as meteorology. 2. The average weather condition of a particular place for a long period of time or over a long period of time is called dash dash. The correct answer is climate. Climate is the average weather condition of a place for a long period of time. And the last question reads, that is question number 3, what is the degree of the Tropic of Cancer? Remember, there are 2 tropics. You have the Tropic of Cancer, which is in the north, and the Tropic of Capricorn, which is in the south. The correct answer here is 23.5 degrees. 23.5 degrees north. That is the degree of the Tropic of Cancer. And now let's begin our lesson proper for today. Our lesson for today is temperature. Temperature as one of the weather elements. That's what we are going to look at today. Now, this is the position or stages of hotness or coldness of a place. In short, this is how hot or cold a place or a body is. And the instrument that we use for measuring this is called thermometer. The thermometer is used to measure the temperature of a given place, and it is expressed in degrees centigrade or degrees Celsius and also degrees Fahrenheit. These are the 2 scales used in a thermometer, that is degrees centigrade or Celsius and degrees Fahrenheit. Now, the lines on a map joining places that have the same average temperature are called isotherms. The isotherms are lines drawn on a map joining places of equal or the same temperature. The average temperature in the Gambia ranges from 18 degrees Celsius or centigrade to 32 degrees Celsius or centigrade. Now, each unit of measurement for temperature is based on the freezing and the boiling point of water. At what point when the water reaches, it boils, and also at what point when water reaches, it freezes. We're going to look at those things in our subsequent slides. Now, the freezing and boiling points of water. Where does the water start boiling? And where does it, at what scale and at what degree Fahrenheit as well? Where it starts boiling in its centigrade or Celsius scale and also in Fahrenheit scale. Now, for boiling point of water, water starts boiling when it reaches at 100 degrees Celsius or centigrade. It means when the water reaches at 100 degrees Celsius or centigrade, it will start boiling, or it boils at 100 degrees Celsius or centigrade. Now, the same as Fahrenheit. When it reaches at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, it will boil. Water will boil at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, for the freezing point, water freezes at 0 degrees centigrade or Celsius. It means when you put your water in the refrigerator, it will start freezing when its temperature reaches at 0 degrees Celsius or centigrade. And this is equivalent to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. On the other hand, it is equals to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It means when water is at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, it will freeze. Remember, we can convert degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit or degrees centigrade to Fahrenheit. Likewise, we can also convert or change degrees Fahrenheit to degrees centigrade or Celsius. Now, this is carried out by using the following steps. Changing degrees centigrade into degrees Fahrenheit. How do we change degrees centigrade to Fahrenheit? This involves to change centigrade temperature into Fahrenheit. Step 1, multiply the temperature in centigrades by 9/5 and then you add 32 to it. This is the formula. In short, we might say x times 9/5 plus 32. The x is the number that is going to be given to you in the question. For example, if you are given 10 degrees Celsius or centigrade to Fahrenheit, how are we going to change this? This is where we will have the formula as x times 9/5 and then you add 32. So the x here will be this 10. Change 10 degrees Celsius or centigrade to Fahrenheit scale. Now the first step that we take is 10 times 9/5, which is equals to 18. Let's look at that. 10 times 9/5 plus 32. Now, where do we get this 32? This 32 is what we get from the formula. Now, let's simplify this and see. 5 into itself, 1 time. Into 10, 2 times. Now, let's cross multiply. 2 times 9, that's what gave us 18. Is that clear? Now, this 18 plus 32. Where is this 32 from? That is from the formula, because remember, the formula says x times 9/5 plus 32. Is that understood? Now, when we add 18 to 32, this is 18 plus 32. This will give us 2 plus 8, 10, 0, 0 and carry 1. 3 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5. So you can see we have 50 here. So in short, that is 10 degrees Celsius or centigrade is equals to 50 degree Fahrenheit. 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's move to another example. Example 2. Change 100 degrees centigrade or Celsius to Fahrenheit. Still, we are going to do the same thing. It's going to be x times 9/5 plus 32. And this is going to be 100 times 9/5 plus 32. This is it. Now let's simplify this one also and see. 5 into itself, 1. Into 100, this will be 5 into 10, 2 times. The 0, 0. So that's 20 times. Is that clear? 20 times 9 times 9. 9 times 2, 18. 18 and you bring in the 0. This is 180. Is that clear? So it means 100 times 9/5 is equals to 180, which is written here. Now this 180 is going to be plus 32. Where do we get the 32? That is from the formula. 32. Are you there? Now 32 plus 180. 180 plus 32. This will give us 2 plus 0, that is 2, and 3 plus 8, that will give us 11, 1 and carry. 1 and carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So this gives us the answer as 212. The answer is 212. So it means 100 degrees Celsius or centigrade, when you convert it to degree Fahrenheit, it gives you 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's look at other examples as well. Now here, we are to change degrees Fahrenheit into centigrade. Now it's opposite. Before we were looking at changing centigrade to Fahrenheit, but now we are looking at changing Fahrenheit to centigrade. Now in changing Fahrenheit to centigrade, this is the step that we should take. That is, subtract 32 from the temperatures in Fahrenheit and multiply it by 5/9. That means any number that is given to you, you subtract 32 from that and you multiply the answer by 5/9. Let's look at example. Example 1. Change 50 degrees Fahrenheit to centigrade or Celsius. That is, we're going to say 50 minus 32, or 32 from 50, which will give us 18. Now this 18, we will say 18 times 5/9. This will be 18 times, good, 9 into itself, that will be 1, into 18 2 times. 2 times 5, that gives us 10. Is that clear? Now it means 50 degrees Fahrenheit, when you convert it to centigrade, it will give you 10 degrees centigrade. And that is our answer. Now let's look at other examples. Example 2. Convert 68 degrees Fahrenheit to centigrade scale. Still now the same thing. It is going to be 68 32 minus 32. Are you there? 2 from 8, 6. 3 from 6, 3. So we have 36. So we're going to multiply this 36 by 5/9. This is 36 times 5/9. Is that clear? Good. Let's cross multiply and see. Or let's simplify and see. 9 or 3 goes into 9 3 times. Let's take 3 for example. 3 goes 3 times. 3 into itself 1, into 6 2 times. So this will be 12. 3 can still go. 3 into itself 1, into 12 4 times. 4 times 5, that gives us equals to 20. So it means 68 degrees Fahrenheit, when you convert it to centigrade, it will give you 20 degrees centigrade. Now, types of temperature reading. What are the various types of temperature reading? 1. Mean daily temperature. Mean daily temperature. How do we find the mean daily temperature? This is known by daily maximum temperature plus daily minimum temperature divided by 2. For example, if the daily maximum temperature recorded is 40 for a particular place and the daily minimum temperature recorded is 20. So we're going to add these two and divide it by 2. Now let's add this and see. 20 plus 40, this will give us 0, 60. Now this 60 divided by 2. 2 into itself 1, into 6 3 times, and this is 30. So it means the mean daily temperature for this place will be 30 degrees Celsius. Let's look at this example here. The reading for temperature in Basse for Monday, 6th May 2016 was 30 degrees Celsius or centigrades as maximum and 26 degrees Celsius or centigrades as minimum. Calculate the mean daily temperature for this place, or calculate the mean daily temperature. This is why we say 30 degrees Celsius plus 26 degrees and divided by 2. Now when you add 30 to 26, this gives you 56 degrees Celsius. 56 degrees divided by 2. When you divide 56 by 2, that gives you 28 degrees Celsius. That means the mean daily temperature for this place therefore is 28 degrees Celsius. Now daily range temperature. Daily range temperature. This means the differences between the maximum and the minimum temperature recorded for the day. Now how do we find this? We subtract the minimum from the maximum. Let's look at the example here. The reading for temperature in Sapo for Sunday, 5th May 2016 was 50 degrees Celsius as maximum and 25 degrees Celsius as minimum. Now, let's calculate the daily range temperature for this town. The daily range temperature would be 50, then you have minus 25, minus 25, which is obviously 25. So that's why we have the answer here as 25 degrees Celsius. Good. Another type of temperature reading is mean monthly temperature. Mean monthly temperature. How do we calculate the mean monthly temperature? This is the sum of temperature recorded for the month divided by the number of days in that particular month. For example, when we are asked to find the mean monthly temperature for January, what do? We start recording from the first day of January to the last day of January, which is 31st. If you add all these things together, you divide by the number of days in January, which is 31, and that is going to give you the mean monthly temperature for January. Here again, number 4, we have mean annual temperature. That means the yearly temperature. How do we find that one? The sum of mean monthly temperature for the year divided by the months in the year. For example, if we are asked to find the mean annual temperature for a particular place and figures are given to us, it means we're going to add from the first month of the year, that is January. We're going to start from January right to December. January to December. We add everything together and divide it by 12. Why are we dividing by 12? Because there are 12 months in the year. So we divide it by 12. That is going to give us the mean annual temperature. Now the difference between the hottest month and the coldest month gives us the annual range temperature. For example, if the hottest month is 100, and take note, the hottest month is the month with the highest amount of temperature recorded. For example, if the hottest month is 100 degrees Celsius and the coldest month is 10, so it means we're going to subtract 10 from 100, which is going to give us 90. And this will be our annual range temperature for that particular place. Now, before the end of today's lesson, here is your homework as an exercises that you're going to work out before our next class. Now, here is a table. Below is a table showing temperature figure for Janjanbureh. It means you have to study this table carefully and answer the questions that follows. Question 1 reads, which is the coldest month for Janjanbureh? It means which month is the coldest for Janjanbureh? And question 2 reads, what is the average yearly temperature for Janjanbureh? You know, in finding the average yearly temperature, you add everything. That is the temperature recorded for the whole year. That means from the first month to the last month, you divide it by 12. Why are you dividing it by 12? Because there are 12 months in the year. Question number 3, which is the hottest month for Janjanbureh? You're going to look at the table and you find out the hottest month. 4, what is the annual range temperature for Janjanbureh? The annual range temperature for Janjanbureh. How do you find the annual range temperature for a place? I thank you all for your kind attention. Till we meet again, bye-bye.